Well, this season, Manchester City's manager Pep Guardiola has often been sounding frustrated by his previously all-conquering team's inconsistent form. But now it seems he's found a new source of frustration: autograph hunters. This footage posted on TikTok shows Guardiola talking to a group of young, apparently serial seekers after his signature.
Don't come again. I won't tell you again. I know your faces. Yeah. Go to the school and prepare yourself, guys. You're age. You are young. You are old. You are young, guys. So don't be here. Waste your time.
Okay.
You want to live your life doing this? Or honestly?
No.
You want to do the rest of your life doing this?
No. I used to be a chef before.
No, let's continue to do it. Prepare better.
I got bored of that.
Prepare better. What are your dreams? Huh? What are your dreams?
Well, if is autograph hunting really a waste of time, as Pep Guardiola argued? Well, joining us now, someone who's made it his life's work to collect autographs of everyone from entertainers to prime ministers to members of the royal family, including the King and the Queen, as well as the late Queen Elizabeth. Andy Broughton from Derby. Good evening, Andy.
Good evening, James.
Why is collecting autographs such a great thing?
It's been like a labour of love to myself. I mean, from the age of 13, when I started collecting, right up to now, when I'm 61, I've made it a lifetime project, a historical project of covering people in every category, from royalty and politicians, film stars, captains of industries, broadcasters, musicians. They're all in there. There were about 10,000 of them, and I'm still at it. And I find it very rewarding, you know, to get personal responses from these famous people.
Well, what about irritation? Have you had experiences like those young autograph hunters had?
No, there was one, not like him. I think he was exceptionally rude. Pep was, I think he's an arrogant person, and that doesn't surprise me. I think it was really bad the way he spoke to those people there, and especially when they wait to get things signed, as they did do. But back in the 90s, when the new Labour government came in, I wrote to every minister, and I wrote to Estelle Morris, who was the Tony Blair's education secretary, saying I told her all about my collection, could I have a signed photograph. The photograph came back, but it was signed on the back. And I always ask for them to be signed on the front so that it can be shown in a frame or in an album. Well, I politely sent it back and said, do you mind signing it on the front for the reasons I asked? Well, the photographs came back, signed on the front, but it had a post-it note attached to it. And it was written by an advisor to her, and he just said, please sign the front for ungrateful sod. That was just the actual words on it. So I knew what had happened. He'd misjudged what I said. I was being polite to him, saying, would you please sign the front of the photograph?
But yeah, and okay, see, but at least you got it, and the post-it note didn't get in the way of you being able to display the signed photograph. I just want to ask though, on those young autograph hunters, I know you're critical of what Pep did and said, but does it suggest that actually you have to be a bit careful not to be too persistent sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, and I think the other thing is with people collecting nowadays, they're getting them and they're putting them straight on the internet to sell them. They're not like mine has been literally, like I said, a labour of love, and I'm cherishing them. If you go and get them, they are all valuable photographs up shirts by these footballers, managers. And if you put them straight on the internet, it's ruining it for serious collectors. And that's, I think, what he might have been getting at. You know, you sign them and then put it straight onto an auction website, make a lot of money out of it. It's ruining it for the people like me. I did it at a time before the internet. It was just snail mail. That was the only way you could do it.
And before selfies as well. I mean, that's the other thing I suppose people look at. People tend to try and get their photos with famous people rather than get them to sign something these days. Is it sort of the art of autograph collecting possibly going to die out?
Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, why not both? I mean, I've had pictures taken with people at various functions, then sent the photograph to them to be signed. So there's no reason why you can't do that. That's not so personal to have a photograph with somebody. Whereas if they put pen to paper and taken their time to actually handwrite it, they've touched the photograph, haven't they?
Yeah, and just on you, Andy, I mean, you've actually made some pretty good contacts through this, haven't you, with some of the highest people in the country?
Yes. I wrote to Camilla Parker Bowles, as she was, from 1995, and built up a very good relationship. She said I restored a faith in humanity because of the way I supported her. And it was rewarded. I got invited with my sister to go to the wedding when they got married in 2005. And when she came up, I said my name, and I've been sending her chocolates for years. And she said, the face lit up, and she said, we'll keep in touch, you know. And she was such a nice person to me. And it's hard to think that I've met the Queen of England now, you know.
Through autograph hunting. Well, look, if that's not an advert for it, I don't know what is. Andy, really good to talk to you. Andy Broughton joining us there from Derby. Good to talk to you.